I never gave up. Now I'm living the life the way God intended. And in one of those ways is exposing DoorDash. Oh, y'all, I had time today, so I had to kind of step aside from this, but I am back. And I wanted to talk about the messages that she's giving. Okay, so now she made a video saying, I never gave up. Now I'm living the life of my dreams. Okay. And there is nothing wrong with having goals and setting those goals and working towards the goals the right way for the life of your dreams. The problem is where you make scams to defraud people, to gain money from people for their desperation and their vulnerability, to supply the money that you need to fund your dreams or your habits. And that's where the issue comes in at. So she made a video explaining how don't listen to anybody, forget what the naysayers say. It's okay for me to charge $25 for a shout out because it's going to help you because my viewers are getting a whole bunch of views that I shout out. First lie. No, they're not. They're not getting a whole bunch of views. And whatever views that they get, they would have gotten that regardless if you would have shouted them out or not, if they would have put in what was necessary to put in order to obtain those views. You did not do that at all. But what they did do was pay you money because you're not making the money on the platform any longer with your views. Why would you pay someone money for something they can't even do for themselves? At least if you're going to pay them, make sure they have the results behind whatever it is you're investing your money into. And she no longer has views to the point where she has to dock up her revenues in order to try to make it seem like she's making money. Now, I believe she's making money from the shout outs. I think that's the biggest thing she got going on right now, the shout outs, the $25 shout outs. Now, whether it conflicts with YouTube platform or guidelines, we saw from syndicated TV, media TV, that was against the YouTube guidelines per what YouTube say, that you cannot take money from people to buy and I'm assuming it will be take money from them to buy advertisements for their channel, in the use of their channel. I'm assuming that's the way it is. I gotta actually go look at all of the details myself and the guidelines for that. But I would think it will be more so because YouTube have their own devices to where you could purchase subscribers from them. And you could utilize those subscribers in order to make you look like you have more subscribers than what you wouldn't by promotions. They have something built in. So I would think by doing what she's doing with the $25 shout out is a direct conflict for them to make their money on the back end. Doing it this way, she cuts YouTube out completely. But the moral side of it is she's lying in order to get people to buy into what she's doing. So she's showing you screenshots of cash apps, and she's altering those screenshots because anybody that knows Cash App and actually looked at the breakdown for your monthly statements know that for each month it'll give you a collective of what came in and what went out, or you can do a total of just all in and out, and it will give you a total of revenues came in and what revenues came out lumped up together. So, but it doesn't show you exactly what it came in for. So that amount could very well be the correct amount, but what is the amount for? You will have to go behind the scenes on her cash app, not screenshots, because remember, screenshots can be altered, y'all. You will have to go behind the scene, and she can clearly just have a camera. She has a camera and she has her phone. Record the video on your camera and show your phone, and then that way you can see where all the money is coming in from. But what she's trying to do is create an illusion so you can believe that a lot of people are buying into this. And so they're sending her to $25. It's all a marketing tactic. Show you so that way you can feel like I too can have this and that. Even down when it came to some of her shout outs, most of her people, they don't have views and they don't have subscribers. But every now and then you will see that some people do have subscribers and they still don't have views. And if you go back on their page now, they still don't have them. And so the shout outs are not helping them whatsoever. Whatever they're getting is because of them. It had nothing to do with her, but them and them alone. Unless, the only way I would say the shout outs would help, she was helping on the shout outs, is if you gave her $25 and for that $25, she could guarantee you thousands of subscribers on your channel. That is the only way I could justify her giving you that. Or not even thousands. It can be a couple of hundred people that signs up to your channel, or 50 people that signs up to your channel. But the problem is she can't guarantee anything because she has no control over anybody. So it's up to them to decide what they want to do and what they do not want to do. So this is where the $25 is a scam. This is where the $25 will not benefit you. And then on top of that, with her reputation and of a scammer, people are less likely to buy into whatever you're saying or believe you because her reputation is not good. She has a bad reputation of a scammer. So what part of this scam are you involved in? So it will raise suspicions. So right now, she's making all these hype videos to keep you hyped up. If I didn't believe, I had believed everybody. And she's doing that because she's trying to play on your emotional side of manipulation to suck you into what she's saying. Like she showed you false documentation after she was called out for not actually making it. So she clickbaited you on a video saying that she was going to talk about YouTube revenues, did not talk about YouTube revenues, took it down, put it back up with screenshots that was not from YouTube revenues, but it was screenshots from Cash App. But she made you believe it was from YouTube. So I'm sure that video will come down again to be figured up. She's doing a lot of work to prove she's not lying when in fact she's lying. Then there is the $200 reviews. On her video, she was talking about people that was doing shout outs, but because she got a complaint about the reviews that she gave her for $200 from her people, she threw some of those in there in order to review their channel, basically giving them another shout out and another review within a shout out. So that way it could justify the $200 that they spent for a channel review. But it does not justify what you did to these people. You took their money and you did not live up to what you charged them for. $200 shout out cannot be the same thing as a $25 shout out. It has to be where you go behind the scene, learning analytics, find out why and truly is not working for them, and do a one-on-one with them to help them grow their channel. See, that's going to take some time. That's going to take some data. And I'm going to make videos showing you my data that I've collected. And YouTube only break theirs down. They break it down daily, but you got to catch it at a certain time so you can get those numbers. But typically YouTube breaks it down for 7 months, every 7 days, 48 hours, 28 days, 90 days. That's how YouTube break it down. You can, if you know how to go in that system and catch it daily, but you got to know exactly when to do that. And then you have to personally keep up with it, with your numbers, and graph it that way so you know what's working and what's not working. That is taking a person information, learning from it and applying it so that way you can help them grow their channel. But you're not even getting that. You're getting an expensive $200 shout out. she's just shouting you out with no guarantees and giving you all basically the same information about what it takes to grow your channel. That is the scam. And whether or not YouTube will allow her to do this is a different story. Because if it was authentic and truthful, she wouldn't have to make up all these miraculous stories that she's telling you, even down to the one now that she just posted up. I'm really starting to believe that she watched part of my video because now she's back focusing on God. All right, so the manifestation story, she even throw part of that inside these two videos. She manifested her apartment in her car. She only did that because she lied. There was no manifestation. It was just an outright lie. She was a DoorDash, the actual company, driver, and she created an LLC and made herself her own employee. That's all she did. She created an LLC, and she probably could have even used the Curl Smiler LLC to make it seem like it wasn't just for DoorDash. More, and that's what I'm really thinking she did. She used the Curl Smiler, which she didn't even have legal rights to use, and created a fake paycheck for herself. And the reason why she couldn't pay her rent for 8 months is because she wasn't making the money she lied to the apartment people that she was making. That is not manifestation. That's just you straight lying, right? Like she's doing to the people here. She's creating an illusion to make you think she's doing something she's not. So when she said she never gave up, she never gave up the scamming. She will never give up the scamming because it's working for her somewhat. But as people get more knowledgeable about what's going on, the scams will stop. They will stop listening. They will stop sending their money to you. And DoorDash, you're going to have to work. You're going to have to get out there and work for real, or create a product for real that you can actually put in the work in order to make funding off of. And we're going to talk about her next video, which basically said, no job has ever fulfilled me like YouTube. Again, hyping you all up with the same storyline, just a different title. All right, y'all. As always, be your brothers and your sisters keeper. Keep God first. And toodles. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, y'all. And also, make sure you get Are You Locked In? That is hashtag RULOCKEDIN. That's a movement that Kiss by Jay got going on. So make sure you are locked in and go watch our video so you'll know exactly how that works. All right. Okay. See you on the next video.